I really hope the bear gets an Oscar this time. He was so good in this. Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today I'm talking about The Revenant. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, and a bear. Which sounds kind of like a sitcom, doesn't it? Two guys and a bear, coming this summer to NBC. Anyway, it's directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu. He directed Birdman, which was one of my favorite movies last year, and I was really hyped to see what he did next. Plus, this movie was already getting a bunch of Oscar hype, so I just needed to check it out. And how is it? It's pretty damn good. It's about a bunch of wilderness mountain men types, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. And one day, Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets mauled by a bear and gets left for dead. But surprise, surprise, he's still alive, and he wants to get home really badly.
All I had was my boy, and he took him from me, you understand?
He's got to get home all by himself, and then stuff happens along the way. A lot of stuff. Man versus wilderness level stuff. He fights some French soldiers, he fights some native tribes, he fights against the elements, and he fights some animals. This movie is a clear example of man versus nature, because nature is literally trying to kill him. Leonardo DiCaprio pulls in another amazing performance in this movie, even though he's alone in the snow for a lot of it. And that shows just how incredible of an actor he is. He doesn't need all this fancy stuff. He's there to act, and he acts well. And he's a lot like his character in real life. Obsessed. His character is obsessed with getting home, and in real life, he's obsessed with winning that Oscar. Leo won't be happy until he has that little golden man sitting on his mantle.
He's afraid. He knows how far I came to find him.
And the bear scene. Can we talk about that bear scene? Because holy crap. We've had CGI monsters before, and we've had CGI aliens before, but we don't really have a bunch of CGI animal attacks. Like real life animals, like bears. Is it maybe because the technology isn't quite there yet? Is it because we already know what a bear looks like, so it's harder to take shortcuts? I don't know, but I think the wait was definitely worth it. And Tom Hardy is mumbling in another movie, and nobody does that quite like him. He mumbled as Bane, he mumbled as Max, he mumbled as the Cray brothers. He talks funny. And in this movie, he brings on his best frontier gibberish.
Then what we gonna do? Sit out there like a bunch of goddamn ducks?
Even though I couldn't understand half of what he was saying, I still could not take my eyes off him the entire movie.
And no skywinding, bushwhacking, hornswoggling, croaker is gonna roll away biscuit cutter.
Now, who can argue with that?
But yet again, the biggest star of this whole movie is the director. Alejandro G. Inarritu makes art. And I know I go on and on about movies being art and I get really into it, but I'm serious this time. This movie is a masterpiece. It's got a bunch of long takes like in Birdman, and it's also shot entirely with natural light. Natural light, you know, like how movies always use these big stage lights or like camera lights and nothing quite feels real, but not in this movie. The only light they had was the sun. If somebody messed up a scene one too many times, I guess we'll try again tomorrow. And even with just regular shot composition, every single frame of this movie was planned strategically, and I cannot stress enough how beautiful it is. Is it pretentious? Maybe. Is it a little too long? Maybe. Will it finally win Leonardo DiCaprio an Oscar? Maybe. But is it a good movie? Yes. And that's why I'm giving The Revenant 2 thumbs up. Did you see The Revenant? What did you think? Comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Mr. Wright. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.